SP Waid, the point he's making is, Mr. Jamai, let me put your question. The charge he's making is there have been charges against members who belong to the RSS, against members of the Bajrang Dal. It doesn't mean that the RSS and the Bajrang Dal themselves were culpable. It could have been down to individual culpability rather than institutional criminality.
Rahul, this question is to me.
Yes, SP Waid, it is.
Yes, wherever anybody is involved, there is no protection for our umbrella, or protection from law to the RSS or to other organizations which are other than PFI. If they are involved, they would also be proceeded against. And if an individual is involved, belonging to that organization, they ultimately in this country rule of law prevails. The courts decide, not Mr. Jamai or SP Waid. Ultimately, they have to face the heat of the law. Let them face.
In Manipur, does the NIA have done any investigation? Does they did not take any foreign donations in the name of Videshi Chanda? 80G, what is 80G and 24A? फॉरेन चंदा कोई सस्पिशियस चीज नहीं है. 80G और 24A हमारे यहाँ लेजिटिमेट और वैध चीज है जिसके जरिए से लोग फॉरेन डोनेशन देते हैं. RSS is taking foreign donation, BHP and Bajrang Dal is taking foreign donation. What does that mean? If someone is taking a foreign donation, that you paint them as a terror organization? What is that?
Okay.
RSS, yeah.
Hold that thought for a moment. I want to go across to Rohan Gupta from the Congress to get a sense of how the opposition is viewing this this series of arrests by the NIA against members of the PFI. Would the Congress support a move to ban the PFI, or do you think that will be too premature at this stage?
Rahul, as Rahul ji has told yesterday, there is no tolerance, absolutely zero tolerance against this kind of incidents, whether it is communalism, whether it is violence, whether it is hatred. Absolutely, we should not look at it from the perspective of any religion. It is about the country. So at the end of the day, whoever is responsible, irrespective of the religion, whether the individual or the institution, the strong action should be taken. But at the same time, it is a responsibility of the government to ensure that whatever steps they take against everybody. I'll give one example of BJP spokesperson. The hate speech has caused so much of issues across India. So my point is very clear, and that is a stand of Congress party, irrespective of the religion of the person, whoever is responsible for, deteriorating the harmony of the country should be taken to the task. And absolutely no tolerance, zero tolerance on that.
Okay. Raghav Avasthi, the charge being leveled by Shoaib Alam Jamai is that even the VHP, for example, collects international donations. Just because money is coming in from abroad for the PFI doesn't prove that there are terrorists, and therefore there is no basis yet to ban the PFI. Some members may have heard they must be acted against, but don't ban the PFI.
No, there are 2 or 3 things to be noted here. First of all, Mr. Jamai is absolutely correct in as much as he's saying is that there are legitimate ways to get your NGO funded from abroad. So that is one thing. However, in this case, one of the charges against PFI is that they have gone through Hawala channel that are used only by people who want to conceal the provenance of the funds that they are getting. So this is an angle that has to be investigated. And then we have to also keep in mind as to what is the goal and ideology of the PFI. You were absolutely right. There have been people who have flagged the PFI connection to the rioters in Delhi 2020. Apart from that, you look at their record in Kerala. They chopped off the hands of a professor because they did not like one of the questions that he had framed. So if this is the kind of intolerance and terroristic behavior that the PFI wants to espouse, then I'm pretty sure that irrespective of which government is in power, be it the Congress or the BJP, there will be no tolerance for this in India. And ultimately, I'm also sure that there will be attempts that shall be made to normalize the PFI or to paint them or portray them as if they are some sort of a social service or social justice organization. But the evidence against them is quite strong.
Now that's the point, Dr. Jamai, that the evidence is mounting. Whether it's the Chinese link in the Hathras case, the role of K.A. Rauf Sharif, who's a member of the PFI, General Secretary of the CFI, ED says 1 crore rupees was found with him. Rauf is an employee of a company in Oman. money is coming in, and a lot of this money seems to be coming in from Hawala channels, and that is the problem. Of course you can raise money for charity, but you can't do it through Hawala.
Yeah, okay, let me respond to Rahul. See, I'm not saying that NIA does not have the power to investigate, or the government. Yes, government has the legitimate power to investigate any organization which are suspicious for involving any kind of illegal activities. I fully agree with that. But the thing is that there are two terms which should be used. There is one term called confirmation bias. One, you have prejudice against some organization. Then you try to collect some evidence which revolves around the same thing which you wanted to actually prove. That is called the confirmation bias. And the another thing is the open-ended investigation. Let's do an open-ended investigations, then come to some kind of conclusion that yes, we have some conclusive evidence and we can prove it in court.